I work for the Department of Veteran Affairs. I am the chief of an area that's named, it's very long, it's called Homeless and Mental Health Residential Rehabilitation Treatment Center. And we're formerly known in the VA as a domiciliary, a place that helps individuals who are lacking housing, and usually when you're homeless, it means that something else has occurred to get you in that particular state. So what our goal is to help people with homeless issues, with mental health, with addiction, the drinking, and the other traumas that might occur for them. I got into this occupation when I started working at a restaurant, and you have different folks coming in and you're communicating, you're serving. So I was able to learn how to multitask by taking orders. I learned that I was able to talk to different individuals, folks that of course I didn't know. And I learned over the years that we have a gift, and sometimes you have to choose the occupation that sort of fits who you are and the thing that's easy for you because it's the gift that God has given you.
My name is Max Rodas. I'm the Executive Director of Nueva Luz Urban Resource Center. We're an organization that provides social services to people who are infected with HIV in Cleveland, Lorraine. I didn't know what I was going to do when I grew up, but I always wanted to do something that would be good for other people. I manage people. I raise funds to pay the bills and to pay staff. I counsel, I conduct funerals, I do baptisms, I conduct marriages, I counsel people. Most of the activities that I do have to do with engaging with other people.
I am Dr. Gregory Bain, and I'm a physician psychiatrist, and I work at University Hospital, and I have a private practice, and I volunteer at a number of agencies in town. I think growing up, though, I realize, and all of us have this experience where a good friend might be being bullied, or they're really afraid of somebody that's angry or a family problem, and they share it with you. And when they do that and you can listen to them, that feeling of being helpful to somebody who's in a crisis really is very gratifying. And as I grew older, I found myself wanting to be a physician, like my uncle, who was a doctor. But when I got into medical school, I volunteered at a number of places where they help people in a crisis, and I really enjoyed it.
My name is Habiba Rashid Grimes. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Positive Education Program. When I was a child, I thought I would be a pediatrician or a veterinarian. I knew I wanted to help people, more than likely small children or animals. I had a love for beings that could not help themselves, for people or animals who needed support. But as I went to school, I started to study psychology, and I really fell in love with those classes that helped me understand how people grow, how we grow up, what helps our brain grow to be healthy, what helps our mind and our body and our brain connect. And I decided I would pursue school psychology as a career based on those experiences in college.
One of the favorite things that still today, with the organization have grown as much as it has, the best thing I engage is to say hello to the people that come into our office, to feel that folks have found hope just because I, my staff, my team has done something to move them forward.
In my job, I have lots of meetings. I have a zillion phone calls coming in. I have knocks on the door from clients or from staff who are having questions or asking an opinion or needing answers, or there might be a complaint. I'm also overall responsible for making sure that the treatment and the services that our veterans need are being provided by the clinical staff or the folks who've been trained to work with the population. So it's just busy. No day is the same. And what I've done over the years, I've been with the VA for 43 years now. What I say is that when I walk in the building, my life no longer belongs to me. So when you decide to become a social worker, or a counselor, you need to be aware that you're going to give yourself all day to someone. And when your day is over, that's when you can take a deep breath.
When I was on rotation, I was assigned a teenager, and he and I talked about what he was going through, problems at home, and every week we were allowed to meet with a supervisor who was a child and adolescent psychiatrist. And I loved it. Every week we got to talk. And then I finally thought, wait a minute, this supervisor, he makes a living from talking with kids? I thought, that sounds so great. And so I did a fellowship in child and adolescent psychiatry, and that's pretty much what I do now. I see adults and children and teenagers. I get a great deep sense of gratification from people who share with me what they're anxious about, what they're fearful about, what makes them angry, frustrated, and we help plan with them a way they can deal with those strong feelings that are so upsetting. And then when they return and tell me about how thankful they are, it is very, very gratifying.
As the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of an organization, you're responsible for many lives. A lot of the time, people think of the CEO of an organization or business as the person in charge, the boss. My job is to help other people, to support them, not tell them what to do. So I help the students, the teachers, the mental health staff, our social workers and psychiatrists and therapists, the families that I serve, get what they need from PEP as an organization. My job is to make it easier for people to do their work and for young people to heal. My favorite thing about my job is being helpful, being someone who supports the community and the children, families, and adults within it.
I would encourage any young person to get into any of the service fields. We need a lot of folks that they look very differently, doing really cool things for other people. But I would also say that if you're going to be a police officer, if you're going to be a fireman, if you're going to be in IT, be the best person you can be. And use that platform to change the world.